Hello everyone. Today I would like to show you how you can record audio from Electron model samples through USB cable. As you probably know, Electron model samples support class-compliant USB audio 2.0, which means not only you can record its sound from typical audio out cable into your audio interface, like most hardware synthesizer or drum machine does. In theory, you can also directly record its audio only using the USB cable without audio interface. Unfortunately, there's rarely any information on the internet to demonstrate how you can do that, not even in the official Electron website. After fair a bit investigation myself, I managed to get it working perfectly. Now let me walk you through exactly how you can do that step by step. I use Electron model samples as an example, but you should be able to follow the principle and apply this technique to any hardware synthesizer or drum machine with USB audio support. Now let's get into it. So first thing first, here we have the model samples from Electron, and as you can see, I'm not using any audio cable from the back, right? So all the audio cable is actually plugged out. So I'm only using the power and the USB cable, right? So the USB cable actually connects to my PC directly, and I'm using Windows 10. Now let's get back to the computer. So when the model samples connected to your PC for the first time, the Windows 10 try to install the USB drivers for it. So once that's done, the first thing I tried is to open Audacity, which is one of the free software to record any sound or sound editing. So as you can see here, there's an audio input, and that's the speaker, right? So in here, I'm expecting to have the model sample somewhere as the audio input. However, when I have a closer look at the drop-down list, I didn't find any item related to that device. So that makes me wonder what went wrong. So what I did is I right-click here, the sound icon at the bottom right corner, and select the open sound settings. Now there's a link called manage sound devices, so click on that. Strangely, there's actually an item called synthesizer Electron model samples over here, both available in the output and input. However, as you can see, it's disabled for some reason. So I didn't understand why, but what I did is right click, actually left click, and click enable. So that way it enabled the synthesizer Electron model samples in the output. So I did the same to the input devices. So I click on here, click enable. So what I just did was actually enable this audio device so that I can start to record. So I'm gonna close this software and restart. So when I get back, the drop-down list from the audio in actually already appeared here as synthesizer Electron model samples. So I select that, and mono or stereo doesn't really matter, so I just select mono at the moment. So I click record, and then from here I will hit the play. So as you can see, there's some audio already being recorded. So let's wait a while and then see what we've got. Stop it and then play it back. Great. we got some sound directly from the model samples. So that's how you can actually use the USB cable to directly stream the audio into your computer. Now, using this sound editing tool might not be easy to record stuff because you didn't actually know where the loop starts and where the loop ends, right? So I'll show you another way to record it in Ableton Live, which is a much better DAW to use. So just start the software. Okay, the Ableton Live has been opened. So now the first thing we need to do is click Options, Preference. So we click the Audio tab, and as you can see, there's a driver type over here. So we want to make sure that in Windows 10 we select the MME DirectX. I'll show you later why I didn't select ASIO, which could have some problem. So now in the audio input device section, we can see currently is no input, right? We need to select the synthesizer electron model samples DX. This is to tell the Ableton Live that we want actually the audio input device to be the model samples, right? This is the most important drop-down list we need to select. Now, audio output device is still your sound card or audio interface. Let's keep that unchanged. You might want to pay attention to the latency as well. In this case, I'm choosing 11 ms and then output buffer to be 24 ms. So normally I try to click on test tone so that when the sound doesn't clip, that's when I know it's kind of have enough buffer. So let me close this preference and right click insert audio track. Let's have a go. So in this audio track, I want to record directly from the Electron, right? Another thing before I record is when you just record like that, you won't be able to trigger the Electron hardware and allow it to sync with the Ableton Live. So there's a trick we can do. Let's select Options, Preference again, and in this time we click on the link MIDI. As you can see, not only the Electron model samples streaming the audio through the USB cable, it also sends the MIDI signal over here. So that's why you can see here we have input Electron model samples and output Electron model samples in the MIDI section. So what you need to do is to in the output section, make sure you select track and remote and also enable the sync. This is to tell that the Ableton Live now have full control over the model samples hardware, so that it can send signals, for example the stop and start, so that we don't have to manually click the button. Great. So now let's get back to the audio, and in the audio from we select the external in, right? And then we choose a stereo in this case. Let me click on the auto and arm this track. So I make sure I select the pattern I want to record in the model samples, and then I simply go back to the Ableton Live and click this record button. You might aware that I didn't actually click any buttons on the hardware. However, this is being triggered directly from Ableton Live through the USB cable. So once I record a full loop, like 4 bars or 8 bars, I simply click stop. This is where you can see the audio signal has already been recorded into the Ableton Live in the track 4 successfully. Let me try to select 4 bars and see how the loop goes. Great, the loop is looping perfectly. Now we can start to in the Ableton Live to add more tracks over it. So there are a couple of things I would like to mention. Firstly, what's the advantage to use USB audio compared to typical audio out to interface option? Well, over the years, I found recording hardware from audio cable was pretty tricky. Most of the time, it could have more or less noise or bass sound through the audio signal, and it gets worse when you connect USB cable at the same time. Using the USB audio, on the other hand, has much clearer sound due to the signal is digitally streamed. Lastly, although I use Electron model samples to demonstrate because that's the only hardware I have with USB audio, if you have other gears that support USB audio, you can apply the same method to record directly through USB cable as I showed you in this video. Here is the tutorial on how to record audio directly from USB cable. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribe this channel where I perform live jamming using the hardware and also post synthesizer tutorial now and then. Once subscribed, don't forget to click the notification button so you won't miss my next video. If you like my music, you can also find them in the SoundCloud that I put in the description down below. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time.